All are disused, either dirty or rusty.
Well, other than maybe the sword, everything here isn't particularly
Did you
odd.
two make a spot hidden roll, by the way?
I failed.
I
Debbie?
failed it.
Yeah, with a 95.
I got a 77.
Debbie, did you pass?
29.
I believe that's a pass on spot hidden. Let me just find you.
45.
Yep, okay, put a tick on that for you.
And everyone's got a better spot hidden skill than I do.
And spot hidden gives you a lot of things you can find. What you've noticed is in the shed there is a box which you recognise as being for a fire axe. There is no fire axe in there.
It's probably in the fire axe box.
Well, it might be on the floor somewhere, you don't know, but... Are you going to search the thing in more detail?
Okay, I'll take a closer look.
Okay, so you're actually now searching through the tool shed. Anyone else going to do that as well?
I'm going to watch and see what happens to her.
Okay. Snoopy?
I'm keeping an eye on the surroundings with my handgun drawn.
Okay.
What a gentleman.
Debbie,
Yes.
the wind picks up and the door closes behind you, slams into the back. As this happens, make a Dex times 5 roll.
On the D100?
Yep, and you want to get 5 times your dexterity or lower.
Okay.
So in your case,
Where's
you're aiming for 40 or
18.
less.
I got 35.
Oh,
Okay.
Close.
When the door slammed, it immediately flies back open. That was just a gust of wind that did that. But it knocked a few of the tools loose, and you narrowly avoid being tripping and getting cut. It almost more sort of nervous twitching and reaction than anything else that almost caused you to cut yourself on some of the discarded tools.
Okay.
You It was very poorly lit, but you suddenly have flashbacks to the dagger again. Make a sanity check. Because it did seem as if
90.
the tools were shifting around towards you. Yeah, sanity check just for you.
90.
90's a fail, isn't it?
I have 85 sanity.
Yeah, you lose one.
Okay, so I'm a little unnerved.
You
That
still
was
have
just
double what I do.
Basically, the combination of slam,
much.
all the tools shifting, it wasn't actually anything malicious, but it just reminded you of that.
I'm going to open the door and ask
The door,
if she's
flew
okay.
back open again. It was just a gust of wind
Okay.
going through. But she was definitely spooked by it. In fact, you all were by the noise more than anything else.
Minor
I was
PTSD.
watching it happen.
Yeah,
I was
door,
watching
door
it happen.
slams very loudly.
that way you put bullets in that fucking shed.
There's nothing wrong with the shed, man. It was just a gust of wind.
You felt
You
how
still
evil
sense
it felt.
there's something malevolent here.
I guess I'm going to go in and help search. Gonna put the holster of the pistol.
Okay.
I have a question.
I'm gonna
Do I
stay
take-
out here and guard.
Do I take one away from my sanity rating or my current sanity?
One from your
Current
current sanity. Your sanity score is
Okay.
just what your upper limit is.
Okay, thank you.
It's your remaining sanity that's the critical one. And that's what you're always rolling against, by the way.
Okay. 84 now.
No, it just nothing else. There doesn't seem to be anything else in here. You don't even find a fire axe for the box. That's the only thing you've kind of noticed that's sort of conspicuous by its absence.
And even the box just looks like an empty box.
Yeah, I mean, it might just have been removed, but if that was removed, why weren't the rest of the tools? But there could be a logical reason for it. There's no reason to say anything's missing other than that, because you don't know what was in here originally. It just looks like a disused garden shed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to head back outside again and comment about that there's a fire axe missing.
Yeah, me too.
Is this a large fire axe, like double-handed?
It probably isn't quite that size. It's more sort
Probably
of
like a hatchet.
yeah,
right?
it's closer to a hatchet, you'd guess.
So, That's
Great,
all
this-
that's missing.
Yeah. The zombies now.
Seemingly.
have
And you're not,
weapons.
well, that's all you know can guess at is probably missing.
Yeah.
Well,
Shall
since
we
we
check out the mansion now?
I suppose so. I'll also give him the keys.
Okay.
He's now door guy.
As you walk up towards the ornamental garden, it's quite extensive actually. Stone benches, planters. There's even a fountain. What would you guess would be a fountain display in the middle, though it's not obviously working at the moment. Just brackish water pooling in there with various leaves and whatever else. There are also several odd variants of trees here that don't seem natural, or at least not native to this part of the country. Can I have a biology check in a moment from people? Or botany, if you've got that skill.
Biology or botany?
Yep.
I got 54, which is not under 1, so that's a fail.
He got 25, which isn't under 1.
But I do have a high natural history rating. Wouldn't I know
That
a
would
lot
more
about
sort of be
plants from
animals
that?
and things. Oh, actually, I will let you have a roll for that.
I got a 96 out of 1. I don't think I passed.
Alright, natural history
I
roll.
got 62.
Do you know
Okay,
botany, Debbie?
it's-
That's a skill.
At this point, it's just something that's occurred to you, but it's
But
you're
I
not even
can't
sure. You're not even sure it
guarantee
is a
that they're
thing.
not.
But you haven't seen any or heard any birds or seen any other scurrying animals around. Not even noticed any rats or anything like that. Don't appear to be any animal noises,
Okay.
which seems
The
unusual.
place is fucking
It's just
spooky.
desolate.
So are you just going to walk up to the house?
I am following Connor.
Yeah, may as well. Try the front
Well,
Yeah.
door.
I would like to see if there's any pattern in how the stones or the plants are arranged in the garden.
Well, it's an ornamental garden, but there are sort of creeping vines and various other plants which are sort of overgrowing it quite a way. Can I have a Dex times 3 roll as well
All of us.
from Debbie, since she's looking around?
Okay, 33.
That's a fail. You slip in the mud and fall over.
Ah! Splat.
I point at her and laugh.
Wow, man. Ow.
Is Connor within reach of my foot for tripping?
Probably not, but he will be shortly, I'm sure.
I guess I'm gonna go and help her out. The soldier being the gent.
Yeah, botany would be, I think, natural medicine here. I think this is from an older. It is for this edition, but it's obviously an older module where there's a separate skill for that. But I don't think anybody else has natural history other than Debbie anyway. So, and she already rolled it. I'll give you that. You're fairly sure a lot of these plants aren't native.
But I can't say exactly what they are or where they should be.
No, and to be fair, somebody's made the garden. It could be conceivable that somebody's put some exotic plants in because of things. You also know from a successful idea roll that he did travel a lot and he has been in South America. It's possible he might have brought some cuttings back or some exotic plants from where he's travelled.
Yep, true. Okay. Well, I
I'm
let Snoopy help me up.
I'm gonna try the front door.
Okay, I'll just go through the outside of the house. The house is silent. The windows are shuttered, and it's now getting fairly dark out. It's cloud cover. You can sort of make out the you guess it's about to rain. Actually, from what you've gathered here, and the wind is definitely picking up. You see cobweb ivy all over the front of the house. There are a few trees which have sort of been left and overgrown slightly, though that was probably by design given how they're placed. There are thick, high ceilings. It's at least 3 stories, this place. You can just about make out a balcony as well.
Fucking.
at the front.
We gotta search this entire place.
The foundations seem... Yeah, the foundations seem solid enough. It just, something about it is off, though.
Can we do a spot
I've
hidden?
been saying that since the.
I know, but this seems still off in a different way to how the last one was. Nothing necessarily sinister about this place. you get the feeling it's slightly wonky. Almost like it's slightly tilted.
Like it's.
I wonder if the foundation
Maybe it's
is
just you.
different.
It doesn't seem to line up properly. Yes, so just going through the rest of it. The house has 2 floors, doors at the front, and there's a door at the back as well. You've already been told that. The front door is atop a short flight of stairs, a huge double oak door with a brass knocker is in front of you.
Does it unlock when we turn the key?
Click!
Alright, I'm gonna open the door.
Okay, let me just find the room descriptions for you. As you enter the door, you hear something falling down as a chunk of wet plaster shivers off the wall and lightly showers you as nearby where you are. It's dark inside, and there's a smell of mildew and moisture.
Ugh.
Well, this place is a wreck.
That was not fun.
Why do I have a feeling we shouldn't have come in here until we had a map? This place is huge.
Yeah, directly in front of you there is... sorry, I'm just trying to find out where things are at this point. It's not a typical room design, so I'm actually going to ping you the... I'm going to ping you the whole thing.
Okay.
So bear with me while I find that.
Boing, boing.
I'm just making sure there's nothing hidden there, which I need to... Oh, actually, it's a different design how I've got it in here. That's annoying. No, the bottom floor seems correct. They have moved things, actually. Alright, it will tell you what they are, but I won't let you act on that knowledge in an odd sort of way. So I didn't have time, I just basically took the image. So this is the first floor of the Fitzgerald mansion. You've entered from the bottom, between the study and the library. Not that you know what they are yet. And in fact, that's not the study and the library, so ignore that. Things have been swapped around, I will manage it.
We've entered from the study library door, yeah?
No, between the study and the library on that map. But yeah, it's a different map I'm looking at here, so huzzah.
Yeah, so that bottom entrance.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would anyone be opposed to taking a half-hour break in 20 minutes?
20 minutes is fine. I might even...
Okay, in 20 minutes, I'm gonna go get some food, so...
Right. I'm gonna go back to Dylan at this point.
Uh-huh.
So Dylan, you've been investigating at the Yamal Gazette while Mr. Stan has been basically talking, basically chatting you, trying to get you to drink off the hip flask. Generally being fairly nice and sociable. Without actually saying 2 words that actually are relevant to anything.
Yeah.
You eventually uncover... Darn it, what's the folder where it was in? Darn it.
Is the cloakroom where we're coming in?
With.
We're coming from the door on the bottom side of the drop picture. South
Where it
side,
says
whatever.
downstairs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where you are, I'm not.
Well, sure. Right. Yeah, there we go. You find this. It's not strictly related, though it does mention the Fitzgerald Manse, which is the house. Which is actually that thing I pinged you earlier because I got the wrong one.
Oh. Okay, yeah, replaying it, so...
Gamwell family slain in terrible attack. Mother and 3 children killed. Police seek missing father. A tragedy of awful proportions unfolded today in Gamwell when Mrs. Gloria Kerwin and her 3 children, Harold 5, Sarah 3 and Susan 2, were found brutally murdered on their estate north of Gamwell, the well-known Fitzgerald Manse. A Deputy Whitford of the Gamwell County Sheriff's Office made the grisly discovery while making a routine inspection. Never seen anything like it, the brave but shaken deputy told the reporter. They're all dead. Family had indeed been brutally and cowardly slain and struck down by repeated blows from an axe. Not even little Susan was spared from the hideous fate. No murder weapon has been discovered, and Arthur Kerwin is missing. He is wanted by police for questioning. There are also fears are held for his safety.
Isn't Mr. Cornflake's name Arthur?
Yeah, good name. So, possibly the house title name's Arthur? I don't know.
Well, you're not 100% sure, but it's the... but it seems relevant to you. I've realised I've done things in a slight wrong order, actually, but don't worry about that.
As in...
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
I've made a logic jump here, but this finds you and it strikes you as interesting. It also does relate to the house. The letter is dated May 17th, 1895.
So the house that we're in right now is the Fitzgerald house.
It might be. You'd have to look that up. But either way, they've been gone for at least an hour and a half at this point.
Okay, so...
Where did this
It
document
also
come
looks
from?
as if it's about to start raining.
Is this
Right,
a document that Dylan found?
This is what Dylan
Yeah.
found looking through the newspaper articles.
Oh, okay.
Alright, I'm going to take off. As I do, I'm going to thank Stan for letting me look through his stuff.
And alright, what had you taken there?
It's just an old article that you've written up at one point about the Fitzgerald mansion. Is that's the mansion that Cornwith
Oh, it's
stays in,
the
right?
Cornwave mansion. Well, you mean Arthur Kerwin? Oh, darn it! I mean, yeah, that was rough. That house has a history. I mean, the owners before Mr. Arthur Cornwave, that was Arthur Kerwin's house.
All right.
And yeah, I don't know if it was the father who killed his family, but if it was, I hope he's dead. I know the sheriff is awful beaten up about it. He says every night over the whiskey he's gonna put a bullet in his head when he finds him, and he's determined to do it.
Well, thanks. Let me look through your stuff. So, I'll get a hand.
Anytime. Hey, let me know if you find anything interesting. I mean, we always want to do more feel-good stories.
All right. Yeah. If we find where this guy is, then and it's a good story, we'll come in for you in on details, eh?
Hey, if it's a bad story, I'll just make up the details and make it good.
All right. I'm gonna pass him $10. Does that sound reasonable? Considering currency.
Well, that's probably
conversion?
more than reasonable, actually. But he,
Yeah, I know.
Hey, I don't need your money. Don't worry about that. Here, he just hands you a copy of the newspaper.
Oh, thank you very much.
It's from a week ago, but he
All
wasn't
right.
even looking at it. It's basically 4 pages of nothing very interesting.
Right. All right. Well, we'll probably pop in and see you again soon.
Yeah, you take care.
All right. I'm gonna set off for the mansion.
Okay.
Oh, I shoved the newspaper and stuff in my bag so it doesn't get wet.
As you head up the road, you're halted by an elderly man. Well, where are you going, son?
I'm going up to the Cornwith estate.
And what's your business there? As you turn, it's a man wearing a fedora. He does have a sheriff's badge on his reasonably tattered uniform, it has to be said. He's probably the most disheveled-looking person you've seen in the entire town.
Well, I've been sent here, actually, by the Dodge family.
Well, I didn't send you. The Dodge brothers, eh? So you're what? What are you exactly trying to do here?
Well, we're trying to look into this disappearance that happened.
So you're a detective? Just what I need, somebody interfering here. You got a license?
I'm not
And where are
hired.
those three people who came in with you?
they're also working with me. One of those people was actually the sort of leader of the expedition, I suppose.
Well, la-di-da, is that you?
No, that's one of the guys who already went past, you said.
Well, we best go find them. Looks like a storm's coming in. Better bring them out of that darn place. You coming?
Yeah.
He walks up with you. Meanwhile, back to the house for the moment.
Alright.
So, you're in the hallway, effectively. There are stairs leading up, 2 areas leading to the left and right. There's also a door, sort of front, left and in front of you, as you can just sort of see.
This place looks abandoned.
Well, it's definitely in need of maintenance. I mean, there does. You guess there's water damage, but there doesn't appear to be anything leaking, as it's just started raining.
Well, I guess we don't have to worry about causing damage to the house.
True. Maybe we're going to have to explain that this place is shit up before we got it.
You're coming through a bit quiet, Snoopy, but yeah, we did hear you there. Is Debbie here as well, or is she...
How's that?
Nope, I'm here.
Oh, that's all right. I hadn't heard you in a little bit, that's all. Okay, so you're in the hallway.
Shall we start clearing the rooms like we did last time?
Yeah, sure. We may as well.
Clearing the room.
Should we start with the door to our... Is there a door to our left? There should be 2, isn't there?
Yeah, in the hallway, once you walk forward and round, there's a door which leads to the library.
I suppose we'll open the door and see what's inside.
May as well.
Okay. You see a couple of nice reading chairs and 3 or 4. Well, actually, they would be well stacked, and you can see sort of there are gaps in where all the books are. But it seems like if reading then, it seems reasonably well stocked. He had a lot of books. This guy. Can I have a library use roll from the 3 of you? It's just casual glance. It's not actually a full check at this stage, unless you want to do that.
Library use. Okay.
Oh, I got a 5 against my 25.
How to take on library use?
I failed.
Got a
I got a 48.
Was that 11 from Debbie?
90.
No, 90. Okay. Yep, have a tick on that. You notice that there are gaps on the shelves, but most of the books cover various far-off locations, archaeology, history, anthropology, etc. Can I have an idea roll from you as well?
Yeah, 1 moment.
Just Snoopy, because he passed.
Oh, God. I got a 10 against 70.
You notice that none of the books, absolutely none of them, have anything to do with the South American continent.
I'm going to relay it back to the team. These books seem organised, and there's nothing there about any sort of rainforest in the south, the Amazon.
Spot
Somehow I
hidden.
got that.
Oh,
Me again?
okay.
All of you.
All of us? Okay.
Oh, damn.
5! I pass with flying colors.
Tick if you haven't got one.
I failed with 85.
Yep.
90 again.
Okay.
I already have a tick on it, though.
You notice an oddly bulging knot hole in the wood panelling.
Mm-hmm.
There's an oddly bulging knot hole in the wood paneling.
Yep.
Is there any books that left out at all that looks like they've been read but were put down?
You're just gonna have a dedicated search then through that.
I'm going to see if there's reading chairs and see if there's any books.
There's nothing set aside, seemingly, at this point.
Ah, right, so they're all organised then.
Yeah, although you can see chunks of them have been taken out, so some of them have fallen over. But it seems like it wasn't in order before a lot of them were taken.
Ah, okay. I guess I have a quick sift through the ones on the floor.
Okay, we'll go for that in a moment.
I'm gonna go investigate the knot.
Okay.
In the wood.
You think there's something in the hollow? A small bit of paper or something that's been squeezed in. But it's a bit awkward to get at with a knot hole pulsing back and forth.
Pulsing back and forth?
Almost. It's just an oddly bulging and depressing knot hole in the wood panelling.
Does anyone have anything that we could possibly put down in this hole and try to get something out of it with? Like a hook or something?
Not on me.
There might be something in the kitchen we could configure.
Possibly. We have to find it first.
Oh, sorry, I actually missed something there. Sorry. There is an open book actually lying on one of the small desks.
Oh, well, I'll definitely go and...
I can just ping you the summary of it, because it does have one listed. Which is there. It's The Missing People, The Tribe That the Jungle Swallowed by Thomas Pratt. Which is published in 1913, Oxford, England. It'll take you about an hour to read through it. Or flick through it anyway, just to get the general... You can skim through it and get the notes in a few minutes.
I'll just probably stow it away for now.
Okay, no worries. Then I shouldn't have given you that for the moment. I'm going to remove that. It's at this stage that Howard and the sheriff arrive at the gate. Trespassing, are you? Your friends in there?
Well, they went headed this way, so we might as well check.
He pulls his gun out. He beckons you to go first.
Alright.
One of you is paying for that lock.
I
The one who shot at
this is
Kim.
gonna come up.
Dylan, basically same thing as last time. Can I have from you, as you walk down the path? Oh, where's that little thing there? I think it's to spot him, but I'll have you have anyway.
Okay, I got a 6, so it's spot hidden.
Check on spot hidden.
Right.
You notice as you're walking down, you notice a couple of large bones hidden in some of the tangled vines. The sheriff is ignoring them or hasn't noticed them.
Right.
Are you going to
Noted.
call attention or just...
I've just noted it. I'm not kind of looking at it now. I got a gun in my back.
Okay, nice. You walk up to the house. You notice it's open. It's open on the door. The smell of mildew and mould is... Well, actually, not so much mould, but certainly you can smell the damp. It also has begun raining now quite heavily. Well, get on in there. Might as well find your friends before we get into some more trouble. You hear
Okay.
you hear this conversation now going on outside the study.
Want my feet on the carpet.
I put my
There
gun
isn't a
out.
carpet. There's a wooden floor, and as you sort of shuffle your feet against it, you notice it's not level anymore. It seems to be ever so slightly warped. You also did notice that the house also looks possibly slightly off level.
See how much money they spent. Could have built the place properly.
I don't like this place at all. The sheriff is a sort of far away look in his eyes. Anyone in here better let themselves get out here now. Nice and slow. You all hear that.
I walk out slowly with my hands up.
Should we?
Connor, what are you doing at this stage? Did you actually go and try and get the bit of paper, or...?
I was trying to get to the paper, yeah.
Make a Dex times 3 roll.
Let me find my dexterity. I know it's not high. Dex times 3. Oh wait, no, it is high. That.
51.
Yeah. Okay. 17. I pass.
You've managed to get the bit of paper. It is quite... Well, whatever was written on there has pretty much faded, but you have found... There's a signature still legible on there. A.C.
AC.
It's writing on both sides. It's almost as if it has been stuffed there, but it's mostly illegible at this point.
AC, Arthur Cornflake.
Can I have a psychology roll from you?
Me.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold up. Don't expect any good results.
No, not.
Yeah, it's a fail at 33.
Yeah, you don't glean anything from it. Okay. You hear the sheriff shouting at you.
We're in. I shout. We're in the library.
Well, you come out here then.
I guess I will go to the library, into the hall.
I'll slowly come out with my hands up.
Tuck the paper
Now.
away first.
Firstly, one of you is paying for the darn lock I put on this place to keep pet troublemakers like you out.
I roll my eyes because I knew we should have just scooted me over the wall.
Secondly, I want you to know this because I'm angry at you. I don't like people intruding on my jurisdiction.
But
We were
So
hired
if you're going to
passionately.
investigate this place, you're going to do it within the law. We clear on this?
We are.
We are.
Been paid to do this.
Yes, sir.
We've been given the key to this place.
We've
You know,
been
that's all
hired by
fine
the
and
family's
dandy. Those
attorney.
lawyers say you come in here. Well, they
We're
might
here
well
to
have the
check
right
on
to
his
get
will.
you in there. But I don't like people going to a house where 4 murders were committed.
Do you not understand why we're here?
Wait.
We're here to check on the well-being,
Murders?
Mister.
4 murders were committed here?
What do you
What?
mean murders?
He's
We're
here we go.
telling the truth,
investigating a
guys.
missing persons case.
Arthur Kerwin murdered his family in this place.
I knew
If I knew where he was, he'd already be dead. I
When
do not
was
like
this?
this place.
And nor do I, but we're being paid.
And when were these murders committed?
He has a sort of far-off look in his eyes.
Then
20
why did
years
you...
ago now.
20?
20 years ago. Can I have a psychoanalysis roll? Psychology, this one. From anybody who's got it.
Okay. Fail 34, just 4 off.
Fail 75.
Yeah, I don't imagine that 1% you're going to pass it, but if you want to have a go anyway.
Okay.
I may as well have a go.
Yeah, so I got a 30% chance, but I still failed.
I failed at a 10. I came close.
Yeah, we all failed.
He has a sort of far-off look in his eyes, almost as if he's distracted or remembering.
Well, why would you allow somebody else to move into this house if it's still under your jurisdiction? That was a murder scene.
He snaps out of it at that word. This town, this community is my jurisdiction. Someone wants to buy this property? They're more than welcome to. Why you want to live in a house where all this is all the horrors that happen here happens?
But,
Who'd
Well-
want to live in this house anyway? It's falling apart.
Well, that's what happens when somebody leaves it unattended for so long.
based
And
on-
also, I imagine the roof's leaking. That's probably what's caused most of it.
You may
Well,
not
you
live
want to
a
investigate,
city,
I'm not
but-
going to stop you.
Yeah.
But
We're
I'm going to
clearly
keep my
within our
eyes
rights
on
to-
you. I don't want to
That's fair
hear
enough.
see any funny business.
all we're here for.
And also,
is to
I
check
have a
on-
conceal roll from Connor.
Okay, let me find my skill first. Uh-oh. I failed with 74.
He kicks the bag with the guns in it.
Oh, I left those at the,
Oh, actually,
I
you
left-
did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did.
You've got a gun on you at the moment?
I do.
He
yes.
noticed that, though.
He keeps denying it.
Yeah, he knows that.
No, I admitted to
I
it to
see
you,
a
but-
gun. I see a piece out anywhere, and I mean anywhere. You're going to. I'm going to throw you in the box until I can bring out a proper lawyer here to deal with you. And I don't see my superiors for 2 weeks yet. Hope you like eating rats. We clear on this?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Good. I'll be keeping my eye on you.
I point to Lazarus and
Can we get your name
say
first
that
before
he's
you
paying
head
for the
out?
lot.
What'd you say?
I point to Lazarus and say he's paying for the lot.
I'm pretty sure he could have gathered that.
I want $2 on my desk in the morning. We clear?
Yes, sir.
Let me ask what his name is.
I'm Sheriff Whitford. That's all you need to know. You recognize him as the person who found the bodies in the newspaper
Yeah.
report you found.
Okay.
I also recommend leaving the place for tonight. It's probably going to leak like a sieve looking out there.
I agree.
He walks out. He walks out at this point. Nearly slipping in the mud himself. Actually, as he's walking out.
I hope.
Well, once he's outside, he manages to hold it though.
I hope back a laugh.
I asked Dylan's or the doctor what he learned at the library at the newspaper.
The doctor.
You hear thunder in the
doctor.
distance,
Dr.
and the
Howard.
downpour is getting slightly heavier.
No, it's Doctor Who.
Oh, did
I didn't actually find a whole lot concerning Mr. Cornflake. However, yeah, I found basically the details in the newspaper about the murder that he mentioned taking place here 5 years ago. Apparently, the family was murdered, suspected the husband, Arthur Cohen, who disappeared.
Huh.
And they said it was an axe, right, the newspaper? Well, they said no confirmed murder weapon, but they'd been murdered by an axe, they said.
An axe.
Wait a minute.
You mean like
Like a fire axe?
that's missing out of the box in the shed?
Well, I don't know about any shed, and they never actually found a murder weapon.
We
Should
took a
be
look in the
approaching this.
shed. We took a look in the shed, and the only thing that seems to be amiss is a box for a fire axe, but no fire axe to be found.
Yeah, I
well-
noticed the garden seems to be, not just the mansion, and the garden as well seems to be quite an odd spot. Could I remember where those bones are?
Yes.
Bones?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think we'd better just take a quick look at this anyway, before we do head back.
so? We are heading back. Yeah, we're not going to stay here for the night.
Well, I don't know if we're going to head back straight away, but yeah, we're going to have to head back before dark. Well, not
It's
before
now
dark, but...
because of the storm. It's now getting quite dark and pitch. It's almost pitch black out there actually today.
I think we should head back now.
Yeah, we can come back when it's light and not pissing down.
Well, okay, I'm just going to check over where
Can
these
I
bones are. and
have
out.
an idea roll from? Actually, everybody can roll an idea roll at this stage.
Okay.
Mhm.
What do we have to pass?
No, whatever your
ideas.
idea score is.
I failed.
I passed.
Idea.
I got a 4, so I think I passed.
Okay, hold up. I just failed by 1 point.
Okay.
Oh.
As you're walking back into the hallway, there's an absence of something. You guess that the roof must be leaking because there is a lot of the house is, yeah, there's definitely water damage, but nothing is leaking from above at the moment. And with the weather being that ferocious, if there was a leak, you'd at least be hearing drips in the house. You're not.
This is a bit spooky.
Well, you didn't notice that, but
Oh.
Did I
The rest,
as well?
a few
Yeah.
of us did, though.
yeah,
Yes.
anybody past the idea roll noticed that.
Alright.
I guess I'm going to... What's a sec?
Is it raining outside yet?
Yes, it's raining quite heavily now. That's why it's a bit odd.
Okay. That's
But
why I
to be honest-
Okay.
If you not noticed, guys, and it could be raining tanks outside, Currently, there's nothing in here. Do you hear a drip at all? Even the scurry of
no.
the
Listen checks?
Pardon?
Listen checks?
Listen. Okay.
God, this is D&D.
Though there is a listen skill
55.
sometimes.
I passed.
Failed.
I passed.
I failed.
I got a
Those of
15.
you pass just hear the. You don't hear any dripping inside the house. The rest of you just hear the noise of rain. There doesn't appear to be any dripping coming directly inside the house, though.
I passed it with 34, actually.
Yep, you did, but you didn't. That's what I mean. You've now confirmed you don't hear any dripping inside the immediate area of the house.
That is odd. Where would the moisture come from, if not the rain?
I don't know, but it's getting late. We should get back.
Oh, look who's ready to go now, mister. Let's stay at the fucking mansion.
This place reeks. Let's go.
Right, yeah, let's lock up. Come back in the morning.
Yeah.
I want
Alright.
to check out these bones on the way out. Because it's outside anyway.
And we have a lantern, so.
Well, I'm going to use my torch because we probably don't want to have the lantern out in the wiring.
Okay.
No, it's a covered lantern, Dylan. It won't go out.
Okay.
Okay. So, you're going to head back over to there. Okay, Dylan.
Yep.
I'm gonna go get something to eat. I'll be back in like
You're
20 minutes. or so.
absolutely sure you're looking at where you thought you saw them. You're absolutely sure of this. They're not there.
Guys?
Yeah.
What?
There's bones I mentioned.
Yeah.
Well, someone's moved them.
What do you mean someone's moved them? No one else has been here but the sheriff.
Maybe the sheriff moved them.
Or something's
Why would
moved
the
them.
sheriff? Why would the sheriff move them?
I don't know. He seemed like a pretty dodgy guy. You know, demanding $2 from me.
Well, you broke his lock.
I
Yeah.
didn't care. It shouldn't have been there in the first place.
There's
That
other-
$2 ain't gonna be on his desk tomorrow morning.
It is going to be on his desk.
Did the sheriff even know that the bones were there?
He did bring it up.
He
I'm
did.
telling you, though, this is where I saw him.
I think you're
So-
missing because it's dark and it's raining. We should.
Yeah,
look
let's
tomorrow.
come back when it's light out.
Dylan, track roll from you, please.
Track. Looking at that on the table.
It's 10% if you don't have any skill in it, I think.
Right. Massive fail.
Okay, no worries then.
What about me? I have some skill in it.
You didn't know what he was looking at originally, so it's not relevant for you.
Okay.
Alright, so we're heading back.
Okay.
I'm gonna go get some food, Shadow.
You're
so-
absolutely soaked by the time you get back. By the time you get back, and I think that's a reasonable point to actually call it a session at that stage, for at least for now. If everybody's got
Okay.
you said you had to leave in about 20 minutes, so
Yeah, he's going to get some food.
Oh, I'm just going to get some food and coming back.
okay. Well, I can take a quick break for the moment. So
Yeah, no, I didn't want to end the session. I just wanted a quick break
no,
to get
okay,
something
no
to
worries.
eat.
So well, I'll stop the recording and do a quick break then.